Hey y'all, welcome back. If you're new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I am here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. May say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind, and if you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information can be found below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. My books are always open. Alright, y'all. Back for another reading. I don't know how I feel about that last one. I'm probably gonna watch that last video back a couple of times. I think I know what that is for me. Alright, let's jump in. See what else Spirit wants to talk about. I ain't gonna lie, that last reading had my head kind of messed up. But let's see what else Spirit wants to talk about. Well, this is interesting. I see this a couple of different ways. I feel like there's an energy of somebody wanting the benefits and rewards without the effort, right? It's weird. I just heard the path of least resistance. Damn. Okay. I don't even know if this is tied to the last reading. It almost kind of feels like it is, but maybe not. We'll see where it goes. So, in the recent past, because remember the last reading we talked, and even though I'm using a whole different deck, I've like meditated, I'm like, you know, try to get out of that last energy. But in the last reading we talked about dealing with a person who chose not to really invest in your connection, whatever the relationship was. Like I said, it wasn't giving me like a romantic vibe to it. I wasn't getting a romantic vibe, but there was definitely a lack of effort on at least one person's part here. So it's kind of like wanting to deal with the situation but not putting in the effort. It's like have an established situation but not wanting to put any work in, you know, not doing any work. So in the recent past you may have chosen to reject that idea, walk away from it. You're like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this. In the near future, I also see the same energy of walking away. 8 of Cups. And this particular 7 of Pentacles feels a little bit more like somebody taking, it's like I've invested all I'm going to invest, and maybe I'm really reconsidering that I don't want to continue investing. So, you know, somebody here may choose to just move on from the situation. Okay. What's in the environment? I don't like this. I don't like this. Because remember I said this is somebody who wants the benefits and rewards of having a stable, you know, being in a stable environment or having a stable relationship, but they don't actually want to put in the effort to foster that. But then here, I don't like the energy that they're I don't like the energy that they're coming to, because I do see somebody wanting, there's disharmony within a relationship. I do see somebody being afraid of approaching. They want to come in with a new start. I don't like this particular energy, because it feels like it's coming in, I don't know, it feels shifty to me. It feels like mind games and a lack of clarity. I don't like it. But let's keep going. What's in the background? Unknown factors in the background. See, this... Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, so I don't really know. Like I said, I don't know what the nature of this relationship is. Again, it's not giving romantic. It's not giving romantic. It could literally be somebody that, you know, may want to do business with you or something like that, because I can see that too. Because remember the last reading I said somebody's been watching you, or they see what you're doing, and now they're kind of kicking themselves because they should have invested in you. They should have invested in the connection. I feel like there was somebody who had the resources that may want to help you. Okay. Because the same thing here, I feel like there's somebody here who has resources. So if they're watching you, they may want to assist you. Because this would be something that's already established, but something that they actually haven't built. You built it. But this may be somebody here making a choice, wanting to come towards you to help you. I'm still getting the same energy. I'm still getting the same energy. Okay, now, here's the thing. Because this is the background energy. Whatever the nature of the relationship is, there may be something that's a little bit unconventional about it. I do feel like this person is afraid of approaching you. Because I think in the beginning, or whatever this relationship is, or whatever the dynamic, there's an element here that has not yet been disclosed. And I see that in a couple of places. This person hasn't disclosed something, and they're very worried. This person may even be up at night. Like, this is somebody who's very worried. But they're definitely not happy that there's estrangement between the two of you, whatever the relationship is. I think part of the problem is because I said there is somebody here who is stable, who has resources. I do feel like they want to help you. I don't think... Take this how it resonates. I cannot wait for Mercury retrograde to be over with, because I think these last several readings have been very difficult for me, because I'm tapping into something that I'm unfamiliar with, like another storyline or another element of a story that I'm not familiar with. Or at least it's not like in my awareness to a point where I'm like, you know, it's part of the everyday reading or something like that. But it's not like this person wants... Okay, they want to help you. Well, let's establish that. They want to come in and help you. They want to help you in the financial realm. Like invest, like if you have a business or something, I do get a sense that somebody here wants to invest because they have the ability to do so. I don't necessarily think they want to like work with you in terms of like, say you're an entrepreneur, you do what you do. I don't think their financial resources or whatever this assistance is, I don't think it's meant for them to be an active part of the process of whatever it is that you do. because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, even though this may not necessarily apply to me, just if anybody is thinking about it, it's almost like, you know, when somebody wants to come in, they offer to like help you financially, you may feel like you have to give up some element of control in your own business or your own ideas. You may have to give up some control because this person is coming in with the bankroll, right? I don't necessarily get that. I don't think that it's almost like this person wants, it's like the person wants to invest, but they don't. Okay, thank you. Woo! I was like, where are we going? Because I was trying to understand this Eight of Cups and this Seven of Pentacles, just the imagery here, because I feel like they, even though somebody does, I do feel like somebody is going to walk away from this situation. I don't think that this person is coming in to, like, they want to help you with the resource part, but I don't think they want to stick around to be an active participant in whatever it is that you're doing. Does that make sense? That's why I was very confused by this. I was like, okay, so you walking away, you're gonna take the little investment, you know, whatever. But this feels like somebody wanting to invest, but they don't want to be an active part of whatever you do. They're not part of the team. They don't want to, I feel like this is not somebody who wants to encroach on whatever it is that you're doing. They genuinely, I feel like they genuinely want to invest in whatever you're doing and just kind of walk away. Interesting. Because I think the investment provides additional opportunities, or it like opens up more doors or something, but there's a financial component that this person brings. But because maybe you two are not, you know, maybe y'all are at odds right now, they're a little bit hesitant to come forward. Just because they know they I'm like, what? I've always said, like, my cutoff game is wicked. So like, if I start sniffing it smells like bullshit, I'm out. I don't play the game. I don't have time for it. But once I turn my back, I literally turn my back. I don't think nothing else of it, and I'm done. So I don't know what happened, like when I walked away, or, you know, I'm just, when I have walked away from situations, and I know that I don't think twice about what I've walked away. I don't give a shit what they're doing. I don't give a shit how they feel. I'm gone. I'm off to the next. I'm focusing on what I gotta focus on. Fuck what you talking about. I gotta go. But this person, I'm telling you, they're reluctant to come in because they know that there's disharmony. They're a little bit worried. They may also be kind of holding back. There's something that they definitely want to communicate, but I think they're a little worried about how that might play out. Oh, yeah, this is definitely tied to the last reading. Because remember when I said that it was timely that this person came into your life because they triggered something that you thought you may have healed that you hadn't healed. It triggered some past wound that still required some attention. They're worried that hasn't been done. Because there's something, I'm not saying that this person's from like a deep past, but they're worried because that might have also been something. That might have been something. They may have been aware of it too. So they're concerned. They're wondering if you in the absence, in the time that you two have been apart, not speaking or whatever, had you had some time to address that wound so that it doesn't bubble up and cause issues in the future, if there were to be a future. Okay. Oh boy. What are the blockages? might work a lot. They may work a lot. They may be a workaholic. I also get the sense here that this person, while they are very grounded, I do get the energy somebody who's very successful and they work very hard to get at. They may have a lot of responsibilities. Again, there could be some distance between you, but they have a lot of responsibilities. I also think that they may have had some things that they needed to work out too. So just as much as you may have triggered something in them, I think there was also something that they needed to maybe address from their past as well. Needs to be released. Yeah, that's what it was. I said they had something that they needed to deal with. So they maybe, because I'm like, is this you? No. Oh, or maybe it is you, because what this feels like is maybe, remember I said you were building for the future, like you were trying to build a foundation, because obviously before anything can happen, doesn't matter what the nature of your relationship, like trust needs to be formed. Like when it comes to me, like doing business with other people, like I need to develop some level of trust with people before I can actually engage, because otherwise I'm gonna look at you side-eyed all the time, and I can't function that way. I got to develop some kind of trust. And so the person that you were dealing with may not have invested, like I said, they didn't invest the same level of energy that you were investing in. And so what they need to release is because they also were holding back. So that's been a thing here. This person, they've been holding back, like holding back the way that they feel. It almost feels like too, because remember I said, the last reading, that there was like y'all get along really good. This person may have been attracted to you, so that kind of, that also might have been a factor. But it's almost like they need to release that, the need to withhold that it's like I heard a security blanket. It's kind of like it has been for this person, like a security blanket. Because I think this person also recognizes you ain't jumping through no hoops for nobody. You're not doing that. That's not what you do. That's not what you do. What's the lesson? But like I said, I think this person is, they may also be, that also could be an issue. This person may have some attraction towards you. So I don't know how they're gonna, that's not a you thing, that's a them thing. They may have to navigate that. But they find you fascinating. Yeah, see, and part of the lesson here, this is part of the kick in the pants. So part of the lesson here now, because they were withholding from you, now you are in the energy of withholding. Your boundaries are up. You got your back turned to this thing. You ain't looking at this. You ain't paying attention to it. You ain't even thinking about it. You're not thinking about it. So I think when this person actually shows up, if they ever do, you're probably going to be a little bit surprised. I mean, I'm telling you about it now, so I don't know how surprised you're going to be, but part of the lesson here for this person is, it's almost like, you know, when you break your own heart, this person like fucked around and found out, they withheld. And like I said in the last reading, like this person, I believe, is part of your soul tribe, and while they may not have recognized it before, it's because they were still asleep, they still, you know, they just were not aware. But in the absence of you and the time apart, you know, there was some revelation, like, oh wait, you know, the collective actually did have some value, and I have not seen or felt this energy or this kind of energy since them. And so they're learning, their valuable lesson in learning is that by them not showing up, like, I want to say, in their full authenticity, not showing up, that's the whole thing. Showing up is a thing. And because they couldn't show up for you, they didn't get anything out of this. And now your back is turned to it, and now it's very much like, if you want to come in and you want to try to, like, you know, renegotiate or even try to get back into my life, I'm only dealing with truth and transparency and equal time. I think that has also been a huge lesson for the collective too. Like, I'm not giving any more than what I'm getting back in return in any situation. So if I give a little, you give a little. If you give nothing, baby, you get nothing from me. Not a damn thing. What's the lesson? Oh no, what's the advice? Yeah, because you didn't deserve that. Like, I think this person also, like I said, they didn't see you. They couldn't really see you before. Now they recognize a woman of high value. They can't treat you like how they would treat anybody else. I am talking about a divine feminine. Damn. Well, okay, now I don't feel so bad. They may not have another opportunity, honestly. You may be standing on business. They may not have another opportunity. Doesn't matter how well you got along before or what you thought of them. There may not be another. This may be very well a missed opportunity. Is what it is. This could be a missed opportunity. All right, let's clarify. Oh, yeah. So this person because they didn't invest with you the way that they should have, this person may have experienced some unfortunate circumstances in your absence. This looks pretty brutal. And so if they were affected adversely, and it's funny because I've heard other readers talk about how the collective, and you know, I don't think it's just exclusive to me, but I think people who walk with the divine, we are naturally walking karma. So anybody who fucks with you or fucks you over, when you leave the space and when you walk away from the situation, folks get whatever they deserve as a result. You know what I mean? But I feel like this person have really been through it. And I think they had an opportunity to like really reassess some of the decisions and their life choices. Yeah, you may have just decided to walk away from this drama or whatever this was that they were trying to offer you. And I honestly feel like you wouldn't open that door or re-engage unless you got a sincere apology. Wow. Yeah, I don't think that this person, I feel like the investment, it's like somebody, I do see that somebody here wants to kind of move away from conflict and drama. They want to move past whatever the drama is between you. They want to move past the drama between you. But I also feel like they're worried that there won't be like a new, like you won't give them a chance, or you, I don't know. I'm conflicted with this right here. Because I can kind of see somebody wanting to come in to invest in whatever it is that you do, or invest in your business, invest in you, but they don't necessarily want to be a part of it. I'm still getting that energy. Like there's nothing that they can actually do outside of the finances, outside of, you know, offering you some type of resources. Like there's nothing that they can do that can help you grow it outside of the finances. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, they want to come in for a new start. They want to come in for a new start. I think this person, but they don't really have a whole lot of confidence in that. So they've been reluctant to come forward. Yeah, it's the same energy. It's like they want to invest, but they don't necessarily want to. I'm getting a very strong, I've never seen this before. I get a very strong energy of somebody wanting to invest in you, but they don't necessarily want to be an active participant in whatever it is you do. But they're reluctant to come forward. They're reluctant to come forward because they're not really trying to, like I said, I don't really get the impression that they're trying to stick around. Not like that. But they see the value in you, and they see the value in whatever it is that you do or provide or offer or whatever. They see it. They don't necessarily want to be an active participant in it, but they want to help you. Yeah, this is somebody here who has they have the resources. They want to communicate, but they're worried that whatever the initial thing is between you, that's done. Like they're just, but again, like I said in the last reading, I'm like, if you allowed this person to come forward, You have to, in essence, let bygones be bygones, kind of. Because, like I said, I did get the energy that you get along. It's somebody that you get along with well, right? Maybe just you got off on the wrong foot, you know? You got off on the wrong foot. Yeah, so... yeah, so I said they're scared. This person's reluctant to come forward. But they definitely think about you a lot. They think about coming to talk to you. I think their emotions are kind of getting the better of them. But I also feel like there's something here, like... they see how hard you work. And I'm not saying that they want to be a part of it, but they want to contribute to the effort financially. It's like... it's almost like somebody here who wants to make sure, I don't know who this person is for you, but it's almost like this person wants to come in, they want to communicate or whatever, they want to help you, right? But and here's the thing, this area down here, it feels like they don't want you. Like, if you've ever been in a position where, I mean, and we've all been there where we had to work. We worried about money. Like, we worried about, you know, making sure we got enough to cover our bills and making sure that we, you know, whatever. It's almost like this person wants to come in and make it so it's a very unconventional kind of relationship. I don't know who this person is to you, but it's almost like they want to come in to assist you so that you don't have to worry about money. Okay. Yeah. These cards they're hilarious. So remember I said part of their fears and concerns are a little bit concerned that maybe you hadn't addressed the healing thing that you needed to do from your past. Same energy. And they're also a little bit worried because they don't really know. They don't know how you feel about them. Like, if the last interaction with them put a bad taste in your mouth, they're concerned. That's part of their concern here about approaching you. Like, they really want to come and talk to you, but they're a little hesitant because they don't know if, like I said, they don't know if the last interaction with them left a bad taste in your mouth, so they don't really know how to approach that. Okay, remember I said part of the blockage is this person may have a lot of responsibilities. This person may also be dealing with some kind of grief. Unrelated to you. Could be unrelated to you. They could be dealing with something. What do they need to release? Clarify what they need to release. Yeah, and if they had any expectation of you reaching out first, that ain't gonna happen. So first they have to withhold. They have to let go of that energy where they were withholding, where they were being guarded and they were being closed off, and they weren't they weren't displaying any sense of vulnerability. Here, part of what they need to release is there needs to be a release of an expectation of you contacting them first. And they just need to come in and have a conversation. Lesson. Oh, look at that. And part of the lesson is they need to learn how to be more vulnerable and tell the truth. Get their ego in check. Be honest with themselves. Also be honest and balanced with you as well. But they need to be very clear and they need to be honest. I think this person is not accustomed to being like vulnerable and emotionally available. I think that's an issue too for this person. And maybe that's a requirement for you. I know that is for me. So maybe that's a requirement and this person didn't really know how to navigate those waters. I also kind of feel like, okay, so these are funny. So the advice for this person, don't shoot the messenger. So this person, I feel like I said they prematurely judged you. They judged you wrong. But I also get an energy here of this person maybe they were I don't know, this feels like, I mean, I see here that there's a missed opportunity based on their previous actions. I mean, I'm still getting it out here again. I do see a missed opportunity and it was unsuccessful. Like there was the potential here of, because I can see it, there is the potential here of something that could be very fruitful, but I think this person, in their attempts, I don't even know, I honestly, like I said, I don't know who this person is for you or what the nature of your relationship is, but this person almost comes across as someone who they just didn't show up. They just literally, this card is the Emperor and there is nobody sitting in the seat. They just didn't show up. So in order for this relationship to act, because I do see that there is potential here for something very fruitful and abundant, okay? But in order for it to be fruitful and abundant, they would have to actually show up. They need to show up. They got to show up. I'm like, what deck don't I use? They would have to actually show up. they would have to show up. They would have to like get out of their head and just show up. Yeah, I told you, they're watching you, and they realize now that they made a poor investment, that they didn't invest enough time and effort into you, and that's why they ended up with all this misfortune and getting, I feel like the ethers were beating this person down for wasting your time. And this person made a decision to just kind of go off on their own and do their own thing. Yeah, I think this person is afraid of a new start, honestly. I also think that they're keeping, like, they want a new start, but they may be like, they're being very secretive about it. They want a new start though, but it definitely would require them to take strategic action towards you. Yeah, they see their previous actions, especially if they lied to you, if there had been some deceit. See, because they didn't put any effort, there's no actual foundation, and you couldn't actually get the stability out of the situation that you wanted to, mostly because this person was withholding. I'm like, I'm using a whole nother deck and it's the same energy. So now this person wants to like approach you again. Let's try again. But now I want to offer you, I do want to offer something substantial that would create the kind of stability that you are seeking. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yep, this person was playing mind games. That shit didn't work. It did not work. And they're the ones who ended up imbalanced and dealing with a bunch of misfortune. Walking karma. Yep, they don't like the feeling of rejection. They don't like feeling like they're on the outside. They are very unhappy. Very unhappy. That's not what they wanted. Yep, and if they were dealing with some toxic connection, toxic behaviors, or toxic patterns, that needed to change. So remember when I said in the first reading, I was like, they might have been really attracted to you or whatever, and they lost sight of that. Like they were busy doing their thing, and they may have thought that you'd be like, if they had like a little harem of women and they were out there spreading it wide and thin. Put yourself in this story wherever you are. If somebody was out there spreading it wide and thin, they may have thought that you would be part of that fold, but that's not what you were there for. Like that wasn't in your mind in terms of that relationship or connection. That's not what you were there for. You were literally there to like build a substantial, you were there to build. That person at the time could not really fathom the idea of doing that. And because they were very unclear about whether they should invest or not, they just decided to withhold. So I think part of the blockage is it could have been like the toxic behavior, like, and then it, because you didn't, like, if you didn't bite into that, if you didn't fall into the, the lust and all that shit, and you were like, you know what is this? Fuck that. No, I'm not doing this. And then you exit stage left, that shook everything for this person. I don't think they were expecting that. Yep, and if they want to come forward, they got to actually come in starting brand new. So if they truly want to assist you the way that last, because I'm getting the same energy but just a different layer to the story. If they actually want to come in and help you and because they see value in whatever you do and they want to be, not necessarily a part of it, but to help you get to your destination, they just need to come on with it. Get out of this, getting stuck in their head and taking forever to show up. They just need to do it. Tap into their inner Aries energy and just do it. Yeah, so part of their lesson too, they needed to heal. They needed to heal as well. Heal from something that they may have also experienced. Now this person sees the error of their ways. So they want to come back and fix it. Because they realize that they were not giving to you. They may have kept some things and hidden some things. They may have even lied. And now they're realizing, they're looking back at their actions, the way that, like this person, I think they think about it a lot. They're realizing their actions did not align with like who they are now. So I kind of feel like this person wants to come back in for like, a do-over. Take that how it resonates. You might not even want to entertain it. You know what I'm saying? Totally up to you. Let's see. You may or may not want to entertain it. Damn, just like the last, like this person wants to come back and actually put in the work. The effort. Surprise, surprise. They want to be fair. Wow. Yeah, like I said, I think this person wants to help. They don't actually want to be a part of whatever it is that you do. But I do believe they want to come in and help. Like financially. Because whatever it is you do is not a reflection of who they are. But it doesn't prevent them from wanting to be able to come in and help you anyway. Because they see the value in whatever it is that you do or provide. So divine timing. They're a little bit worried about whether or not they've taken too much time to come back. I think they've had some time to really think about why the last go round was unsuccessful. Now they're ready. Now this is interesting. That's withholding. This person may have gone through something and now this person is alone. Like they don't have a support system, and it could be because they've been so withdrawn and guarded and whatnot. So that means, for me, it means that you weren't the only person that they were like that with. Yeah. So they didn't see you. I said in the last reading, they didn't actually see you clearly. They didn't actually see you clearly. But now they can see how by them not showing up, them not wanting to put in any real effort, largely because they were afraid, now there's concern about whether or not there will be really an opportunity for some kind of reconciliation or a second chance. Yeah, they're worried that there won't be they're worried that they will get a second chance. They're worried that there won't be any reconciliation, or that you won't want to reconcile with them. I do think this person's part of your soul tribe. I don't think they ever imagined that, based on whatever they thought of you in the your initial meeting, or whatever that was. Yeah, so there's something. I said they could be dealing with some type of, I do feel like this person may be dealing with some kind of grief. And they are kind of struggling with making the decision to come towards you, because based on the way that they may have treated you in the, the first time. Okay. Damn. I'm telling you, the fates is out here. This is fated. This is fated. They're kind of worried that it's just not going to be fruitful. They're worried that it's all of this desiring to come towards you and wanting to talk to you and tell you how they feel, even offering any kind of assistance to you. They're definitely worried that you're not going to deal with it. But I almost feel like they're kind of being guided to come towards you, because they're not ever going to be happy until it's like, it's like that little nagging thing. Like there's, say there's somebody that you need to talk to, or somebody you really want to talk to, and you should talk to them. This almost looks like the energy of, I'm creating conditions for this to happen. If you don't do it, you're always going to feel this weird stank of dissatisfaction and unhappiness until you actually take this opportunity that I'm giving you to have this conversation. Does that make sense? Because that's what that looks like to me. Like, this person has had a whole shift of perception based on their actions and what their life has turned into, and I think this person is now looking back, and they're like looking back at past actions and the way that they may have behaved, and I feel like God's kind of getting, trying to get somebody's attention, like, hey, like, you want to make this right, then you got to take action, and until you do, I'm gonna let this sit in your energy field, and you're just going to be unhappy until you actually do something about it. All right. Let's get some truth cards. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 4 o'clock. All of a sudden, I became very sleepy. I want to take a nap. I never take naps in the middle of the day, but now I'm tired. Ask more questions. Absolutely. If you got somebody coming towards you you ain't really dealt with in a while, ask questions, okay? Sexual interest. I just saw 55:22 on the clock. Summertime. meditate, time to forgive, energy cleansing, new home, walk it off. 88 could be a significant synchronicity. Better perspective, ask more questions to gain a better perspective. Temporary setback, fire ignited, pause before acting, immature emotions, love beginning, warning signs, family issues. 44, 22, 88, 1888. Reflect, results coming, financial improvements, the time is now, checking your social media, someone is imbalanced, deepening bond, be confident. Bottom of the deck, commitment coming. Love beginning and commitment coming. 2222 may be a significant synchronicity for you. 1111, 2323, 44, 1444, 1888, 1122, 1114. Did I say that? 1114 or 144? Alright, so we have January the 4th, January the 5th, January the 17th. No dates in February. I have March the 8th, March the 5th, March the 21st. I have April the 1st, April the 4th, April the 5th, April the 17th, and April the 23rd. I have May the 3rd. May 8th may be very significant. That's out here twice. May 18th, May 17th, May 21st, 23rd, and 24th. Also May 17th, May 16th, and May 17th. May 4th, May 7th, May 23rd may be significant. I have that out here twice. No dates in June. I have July the 4th, July 5th, July 14th, 19th, and 20th. I have August the 3rd, August the 3rd, August the 5th, August the 8th, August the 18th, August the 11th, August the 22nd, August the 21st. I have no dates in September. I have no dates in October, but I have November the 8th, November the 18th, November the 14th, November the 19th, November the 22nd. November the 22nd is out here twice. November 13, 14, November 17, and no dates in December. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get this in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all the information is below in the description box. Go straight to my website, EnlightenedAuntie.com, and book your session with me. Thank you guys so much for all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, super thanks, super chats, and all the new bookings. I've been getting a lot of new clients. I have like a whole steady stream of regular clients, but I've been getting a lot of new clients. So I appreciate all y'all who have chosen to work with me and for helping me build the platform. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. Oh my gosh, school starts next week. I get my life back. But anyway, the schedule will change a little bit when school goes back into session, so we'll deal with it when that happens. And until then, till next time, take care. I will see you guys later.